Hi, this is Deborah, your instructor, and I'm going to introduce you to Module 7 for our CSIT 125 Word class. Here I have already logged into Canvas, and I'm going to go ahead and click the Overview page. Okay, in Module 7 we're going to be working with more advanced features in tables and graphics. So of course, you should read the overview page all the way through. It tells you, of course, what you're going to be learning about. We're going to learn how to use calculating formulas in a table, how to create nested tables, how to split tables up into additional pieces. We're also going to enhance tables with certain design elements like shading, borders, and table styles, and modify pictures using advanced layout picture format options. We're also going to learn how to create, group, align, and modify a shape in a document. So some of these things you've done before and some you probably have not. Down here we have the list of summary of tasks you're going to do for Module 7. Please read everything, the overview and the lecturette, and watch all the videos that you find here in Canvas. Read Chapter 7 in the textbook and do the how-tos and the pause and practice exercises. Those are the ones that I think are more important than anything else. Obviously they help you learn the new features and skills. The Let Me Try tutorials in SimNet are not required, but they are recommended. I do recommend that you work with those and practice with them. There's going to be one major project where you are going to begin the project and end the project, rather submit it into SimNet. This is a SimNet project. Complete the shape blending puzzle that you're going to be doing for the discussion page here in Canvas. You're going to look at a blended shape, merged shape that I created, and you're going to be asked to see how closely you can recreate that same shape. So we're going to go to the next page now. Here's the Module 7 lecturette. Please go through this whole page very carefully. It's more than just text information. There are some graphic examples of the things you're going to be doing. For example, here is a table with no merged cells at all. And then here is a table that does have one merged cell in the top row. Notice that there are no vertical lines here. So what I did was I took this whole top row, which had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cells, and merged all of them together into one single cell at the top of the table. This is typically used for main titles if you want to use a title, but there are other reasons why you want to merge cells. Keep going, and there's an illustration of how to split cells. For example, all the cells in here are normal, none of them are split, but here's an example of taking this middle cell here and splitting it into two separate cells. So there's different ways of doing that. There's lots of other illustrations in here. This one shows cell margins and padding. So these are things you're going to be working with in this module. This is an example of a nested table within another table. So that's where you take one table like this one that says hello 4 times and inserting that or nesting it inside another bigger table. Keep going. There are other things you're going to be doing. Here, this one is important, how to do the calculating formulas. This talks about that. And then it goes into some advanced graphics. You can take a picture, a graphic, and crop the picture into a particular shape, one of the auto shapes. And you can add beveling to it, you can add special effects to it. So you can make your graphics look even more dynamic. Keep going. You can take a picture. This is the original picture here on the left of a sunset. And then I went ahead and changed the color and chose different color tones or tints to change that original color. So there's different special effects you can do with that. Here is an example of a grouped graphic where I took 3 separate shapes and I grouped them together so that if I were clicking and dragging anywhere on all three of them, the whole thing, all three would travel with me. So they all create one new solid shape. Okay, so after you read the lecturette and study the pictures, the next page, there are a couple of videos to watch. This one video shows how to use basic formulas that calculate in a word table. This is important to watch, especially if you want to do the extra credit that's available here in Module 7. So this one is about creating basic formulas in a word table, and the one down here is showing you how to merge and split cells, how to use the sum formulas, and how to do some other things too in tables. There's a link here to a website that offers additional help and assistance with these particular topics, so feel free to go there and take a look at that. On the next page, this tells you about the project itself, the main project for Module 7. Please read through everything carefully. This is a project, as I said before, this is a project where you're going to begin and submit the project in SimNet. Please follow those directions very carefully. All the way down to the bottom, talks about that project. And the next page, this is a discussion page where you are going to be asked to solve a shape blending puzzle. You're going to follow these directions very carefully, and there's some advice and hints down here at the bottom. And what you're going to do is click on this blended shape. It's called Deborah's blended shape. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. This is a shape I created using several different shapes, putting them together in a certain way, and then I added some special effects to it. Your job is going to be to try to recreate this look, try to recreate this shape as closely as you can, and that is worth 10 points. And finally, if you're interested in some extra credit, you can do this extra credit project. It's a very small little mini project dealing with formulas in a table. It's worth 5 extra credit points if you want to go for it. Please be aware that the extra credit is due the same time as the rest of Module 7 is due, and although you can turn in Module 7 work late, you cannot turn in extra credit work late. That needs to be, if you want to earn the points, you have to turn it in by the due date. So if you have any questions, please let me know and I will be happy to assist you.